Hey Libra, welcome to your October 2018 love reading. We're going to jump right on in here. I'm going to use a little bit different format than I used last week. And the tarot, not last week, last month. And the tarot deck that I am using is the Universal Tarot, or the Golden Universal Tarot. So let's see what's coming up for love for my Libra friends in October. And happy birthday, by the way, Libras. It's Libra birthday time. So happy birthday to you. So we're going to do a different spread here than I did last month. And we'll have one card here off camera, but of course I'll show you the outcome. Okay, Libra, so, sorry. I just want it to be somewhat neat. It's just sliding off. Alright, so here at the heart and center of it, my goodness, we have got the Emperor. I had to double check here. It's a new deck and the art's a little bit different, but yeah, 4 is Emperor, and we got the Rams here. Wasn't sure if it was the Hierophant first because I was like, is that a cross? But then I saw, okay, so this is the Emperor. Okay, so at the heart and the soul of it, Libra, either you are this card, or you're dealing with this card, or this kind of person's about to come into your life. Now, the Emperor can be pretty intense, and in some very good ways and in some very challenging ways. This is just my personal opinion. I'm not assigning this to this card like all across the board for every single person. But for me, when I see the Emperor, I think of a love-hate relationship. And typically it's love-hate because you really connect with the person. You have a very strong attraction, a very strong chemistry. Even like a soul chemistry, not just a physical chemistry, but a soul chemistry. Like you feel like, this is my soulmate. I have known this person lifetimes before, and I feel that connection. I feel that energy. We're meant to be together. It's a really intense connection. But the thing with the Emperor is he doesn't like to be told what to do. Even if you're not a bossy person, the Emperor is always gonna like go when they want to go and show up when they want to show up, and they're not gonna be into the white picket fence and the kids and the pets and all of that stuff. They just want to come and go as they please. Typically, the Emperor type personality is someone who's gonna be of mature age. So, you know, just somebody who they could be already divorced, or they could have lived a good portion of their adult life already single, or never married, or never settled down, and they may want to keep it that way. Like, they need their space. That's the thing about Emperor. Very philosophical, very open-minded. Whatever there is to do in the world, they have did it. And so very experienced, very smart, and very wise. And that's where it can become a little bit challenging, because they know that they're experienced, they know that they're intelligent, they know that they're smart, they feel very connected spiritually, so that's another added layer to their confidence. So they sometimes can be a little bit opinionated, and they may have a lot of opinions for you. Like when the Emperor cares, the Emperor is going to try to steer you. Like they're going to try to tell you their way of helping, like what's going to be good for you, what's not going to be good for you. But that might be frustrating for you, because you might be like, well, you know, well, you're not my spouse and you're not my parent, and I don't know what we're doing here, so why are you, like, you know, trying to rule my life? So there could be some boundaries that can become very difficult or tricky with the Emperor, because they'll care about you. They'll care about you deeply, but they might not be giving you the commitment on the level that you want. And that doesn't necessarily mean that they're out there sleeping with a bunch of different people. It's not like always like a sexual thing where like, oh, well, I don't want to live with you, or I don't want to marry you because I want to be free to have a bunch of other people. It's not even necessarily that. It's just needing the space needing the alone time, and needing that sense of freedom. The Emperor doesn't want to answer to anybody. So even if they're sitting at home alone on a Friday night or Saturday night or whenever, you know, there's going to be times that you might want that closeness, or you may want to be spending like this quality time together. But like when they need their time, when they need their distance, that's it. They need their time and they need their distance. So some of you may be experiencing this kind of personality within yourselves, and if that's the case, if there's someone in your life and you're not wanting to lose them, you may need to maybe work on this a little bit. Okay, you may need to like work on being a little bit more flexible here. For other ones of you where maybe you're dealing with a person like this, you have a big decision to make. You have to decide, can you accept this person 100% the way that they are? Because chances are with the Emperor, it's not going to change a whole lot. They may work on it and they may try to make changes, but it's never going to be like, you're not going to take the Emperor and turn the Emperor into like, say, you know, the King of Cups or the Knight of Pentacles. Of very different personalities, you know. He's just kind of like a lone wolf sometimes. He's like a outdoor cat, you know, like just comes around for that love and affection and food, and when he's had that fill, he'll go off and wander off and, you know, have his little trip and then show back up when they're hungry and thirsty and lonely again. So I don't know if that's enough for some of you. Some of you just want that more stability, and they want to be able to say, hey, where were you? Or what were you doing? Or what'd you do today? And the Emperor's like, don't ask me questions. So, you know, it's difficult. For some of you, you're being asked to come more into your confidence. Okay? Because that's the thing about the Emperor. Like, he's like, he can take it or leave it. And so some of you are being asked to come into that confidence for yourselves as well. Like, maybe you're answering too much to somebody, or maybe you're too afraid of losing a person or a situation. And the Emperor knows that no matter what happens, he's going to be okay. He may not like it, it may sting, but he knows he's going to be okay. So some of you are being asked to come into that energy. The way that this is kind of like the heart of it, the way it's kind of manifesting or moving forward is the Seven of Swords. Okay, so, for those of you who have this person who's coming in and out, maybe you've already encountered this person, and maybe you've already sent them packing. Maybe you've either already said, look, just leave me alone. Or maybe you've said thanks but no thanks, or whatever it is. This is like a card of, this has two meanings. It's a card about spying, like spying on somebody. So if you've told an Emperor person no, or if you've been the Emperor and you've told somebody no, there could be some spying going on online, or in other ways. If you guys have mutual friends, this person may be keeping tabs on you. And I kind of want to chuckle, because I feel for some of you who are dealing with this Emperor situation, like the Emperor is checking on the non-Emperor, and the non-Emperor is checking on the Emperor. Like, you guys are kind of both spying on one another without making direct contact. So I think both of you may be thinking that, wow, this person really moved on. This person isn't thinking about me at all. But they are. They are. The thing about the Seven of Swords that makes me a little bit uneasy is typically there's some sneakiness. There's like, okay, well, I'm getting an idea of what's going on in this person's life, and I'm kind of regrouping and replanning how I'm going to enter back in and how I'm going to make my move. But there's some trickery that can come with it. Like, they're studying you to figure out how they can get back in on your good graces. Is this a good time to come in? You know, if so, you know, how can I like convince them, or what are they looking for? Or they may present something to you that they know it's what you want to hear, but they may still not be in the place where they want to give it to you. But they miss you. They want you in their life. They want to be in bed with you, probably, some of them, a lot of them, but they don't want to go past into the responsible stage of the relationship, and you know, that family type life, or meeting your family, or spending time with your family, or having that feeling of like creating a life together. They still want to be able to come and go, but still have that close lover, soulmate connection, which for some of you is like gonna make you nuts. So, and that smoke is blowing over here, like kind of confirming that. So I'd say be careful, guys. You know, actions speak louder than words. I know for a lot of you people, this connection is so intense that it's going to be next to impossible to not talk to this person when they come back around. But just know that this is a bird that's not going to be able to change its feathers, and you have to decide, can you accept it? And if you can't, just don't get all tangled up with it again. So these are like challenges that you'll be facing that really have no way of getting around, and this is defensiveness. So I feel for some of you, when you are trying to maybe kind of lay down the rules, or lay down what you want or what you're looking for, this person may be a little bit defensive, and they may not want to talk about things because it's kind of like that kid who gets in trouble, and like the teacher or the parents trying to explain to them why it was wrong, and they already feel bad about it. So they're like, I know. Okay, I'm sorry. Okay, I'm sorry. But they don't want to hear any more. They just want to say sorry and be done with it. And there's like this defensiveness. So it might be hard for those of you who are really wanting to talk about your feelings. They may not be letting that in. Or for some of you, because you were hurt, you may not be able to let somebody in. So for those of you who know that you're done with this kind of energy and like you're wanting stability, the one thing you have to work on to move forward is this defensiveness. This fear. You might be like, dude, I've already been with the Emperor and I don't want to have that kind of relationship again. I mean, maybe you can be glad for the fact that you had it, because there's really great things about the Emperor. There are wonderful things about the Emperor. But you just may have decided that I don't want that anymore. And so you might be very afraid that, what if I end up in that situation again? What if I have somebody that like, they like me and I like them, and we have this intense connection, but they're not going to give me what I want at the end of the day. They're not looking for the kind of life I'm looking for. The thing about Nine of Wands is, you know, it basically says you've been through it all. You've seen it all. You know what the red flags are. You know what the warning signs are. So you don't have to be so afraid about somebody pulling the wool over your eyes this time around. You've seen it. You've been there. You know it. You know it from a mile away now. So even if you're giving somebody a chance, they're not going to be able to fool you as easy. So it's okay for you to go out there and to meet new people. It's okay for you to go out there and give new people a chance, because you're wiser this time around. You're not going to end up losing several months or a year or several years to this person if they don't have the right intentions, or if they're not looking for what you're looking for, because you know the warning signs now. So you can protect yourself, and you don't have to be as afraid. Like, you can let people in. You can allow yourself to let people in. So this next card is going to tell us kind of like what's coming in to help you in the scenario or the situation. And you have the Six of Pentacles. Now, those of you who watch my videos, you will hear me say that anytime pentacles come up in a love reading, this is a symbol of money, okay? So sometimes this could be something that's happening at work. You're meeting someone through work. You're meeting a coworker, whatever, what have you, blah, blah, blah. Or, you know, some financial situation is improving, which is helping your love life. But also, and I think this is going to be true for most of you, more so than the work scenario, is money is a physical measure of time or energy spent. So some of you have been putting a lot of energy into this really intense connection that didn't seem to go where you wanted it to go. So what's coming in or changing things once you can get over the fear and let someone in. Some of you are calling in an earth sign, Libra. Some of you are calling in an earth sign or someone with earth in their chart. So we're talking Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus, someone who's going to be a little more stable and who's going to be able to come in and give back, where you're not the one doing all the chasing. You're not the one doing all of the investing. This is someone who's also giving. So you have this beautiful give and take type relationship. You have this beautiful new energy. For some of you, it could be that this, you know, you're telling this person no when they come back. And when they see that you mean business, they may start giving. They may start making changes. But I think for a lot of you, more so what's happening is you're getting your closure. And you're focusing on this newer person coming in. And you're focusing on this newer energy coming in. Now, if your new person isn't an earth sign, I don't want you to freak out and say, okay, well, no, then that's not the person for me and I'll forget about this person, because they could have earth in their chart. They could be a moon or like a rising sign, you know, earth sign. Or it's just that this is just saying that this is somebody who's going to come in and give energy back, you know, so that you're not with someone that's like in an energy debt to you, right? Like you don't want that. You don't want to be the same way you most of you, hopefully anyway, wouldn't tolerate somebody who's going to mooch off you in terms of money, or like every time you're going out, oh, well, I don't have my wallet, or can you get me this time? Or, you know, like you might not want to pour all this money into somebody who's intentionally not working. I don't want to say, you know, who's not working, because there could be a lot of circumstances to that. And some of you who are watching this might not be working right now. And I don't mean that you're a moocher. Do not take that way. I'm just saying, if you were in a situation with somebody who was like refusing to work, like they were refusing to work and they just kind of wanted you to buy them everything, most of you would say no, you know. And so if you have somebody who's doing that with your energy, maybe they're not asking you to buy them everything, but they're taking all of your energy and they're giving nothing back, and they're just inflating their ego. You know, you gotta say no. You have to say no. You don't want to be in a situation where it's all give and zero take. You'll break down. You won't be able to continue in that way. So some of you are calling in this support. And for some of you, it's going to be through friends or family before it is a person coming in. Sometimes it comes in stages. So some of you may have friends and family who are being very nurturing to you or generous with you, or trying to help you heal through this disappointment. And then that's preparing you for the partner coming in, who's going to also be very giving towards you. Some of you, this will be somebody through work or through a new job that's coming in. There's that aspect too for some of you. And your outcome card is 8 of Wands. So this is moving forward very quickly. This is communication. Some of you, you're going to hear from someone in October that maybe you've been waiting to hear from. And once you start talking, it's going to move forward very, very quickly, very fast. It doesn't surprise me, because we had this guy come in at the heart of it. And this guy is a lot of passion. There's a lot of seduction energy there. And the wands are, again, about, like, you know, seduction and passion and energy, but also about communication. So once the communication is received, things are going to move forward very, very quickly. Some of you are going to have somebody new step up to you and say, hey, I want to get to know you, and things are going to move forward very quickly. Very strong connection. So Libra, those of you who've been disappointed or heartbroken, I'm going to say that there's a pretty good chance that this month of October is when a lot of that is turning around, to the extent or to the level where you're like, oh, what was their name again? Who? Like, you're going to be forgetting about that old disappointment, and you're going to have something really great coming in and replacing it. Some of you may be sticking to your guns, and this person's learning that they're going to have to step up if they want you in their life. But either way, guys, I think that this is going to be some action, some action for Libras in October happening here. Some adventures in love. So, you all will have to keep me posted as far as how that pans out for you as the month goes along. Please be sure to watch your moon sign and your rising sign, because that's going to add some extra layers here to the reading, and maybe even give you a little bit more detailed information for you, because, you know, that'll have a factor in too with the energy in your reading. And you know, you might need a private reading. So I've got readings starting as low as $5 and up, guys. I mean, check out the description. There's the list there. There's the breakdown there. Reach out to me. Let me know if you need a private reading. And subscribe. Hit notification after you hit subscribe. And check out the weekly readings that are going to come up. Because every week I do a reading. And that's going to be a nice little update for you as the month progresses. You know, what's going on. Has the energy changed? What's happening? So be sure to check that out. And AmethystAngelLight Facebook and Instagram. I do a free card every day. I do a free pick a card every day. And that's been helpful to a lot of people too. So thank you guys for watching. Thank you for those of you who have subscribed or who are subscribing now. Thank you to my Patreon patrons who help me make all of this possible. Like, I love you guys. I thank you so much. And happy birthday to my Libras.